Let's say it happens right now.
Son.
And we have the ability to go wherever we want to go.
That's a good question.
There's a private jet gassed up right now at Teterboro.
Got to be on an island, right? Like a remote island.
Yeah, but then you got to start trying to find your own food and shit like that.
Wow, you can fish though, right?
Tip tons of fish.
Yeah.
You have to learn all that shit.
Yeah.
I think if it came down to dying or learning, you would learn. I might not. Y'all would.
Did you put
I might be dead.
Did you put out the episode with the freediver guy yet?
No.
When is that one coming out?
Like 2 weeks.
We're going
Just
down to
recorded that one,
Bahamas.
right?
Yeah.
Hunt.
But I think you could spearfish. This
'Cause
guy was
he
saying
does that.
He spearfishes all the time.
Yeah. So Mark has this episode coming out with a guy, what's his name?
William Truebridge.
And this is crazy. He like can hold his breath for like 8 minutes. He does
Yeah.
these 8 minutes.
That's crazy.
And not just sitting down, swimming and like doing shit.
That's
Going to the bottom of the ocean.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then catching fish and then only eating the fish.
Yeah, so he sustains himself just with he has like kids, a wife, whatever. And
Wow.
so Mark was breaking it down to me. There was a really cool thing is like, tell the thing about him like sitting in the cave to meditate.
yeah.
This shit was fun.
This guy literally, like, for fun, to like clear his brain, he'll go down like 50 meters and go lay in the bottom of a cave, just like chilling in the Bahamas, just to, like, clear his mind, stay focused underwater for like 5 or 6 minutes.
Okay.
And then
Wait.
one time he's laying under there, and then all of a sudden he like sees kind of a flashlight out of the corner of his eyes, and then all of a sudden 2 scuba divers grab him and start shaking him.
Because they
And
think he's dead.
And he wakes up and goes, "What the fuck?" And then they thought he was dead, and he's like, "No, I'm good, I'm chilling." And they go, "Oh, sorry," and then he swims out. But like he's literally just laying there in the bottom of a cave in the darkness, just like clearing his brain.
And I don't know who should be more scared. The scuba diver seeing the body.
We just found a dead guy. There's kids
Yeah.
with him and shit.
Yeah.
Or the guy that wakes up and like in his fear goes and like accidentally fucking.
That'd be my concern that you like spit out all your air because somebody's fucking.
Yeah, but he can lay in there for like 4 or 5 minutes and then just pop out.
And grab some air from the scuba divers.
Yeah.
By the way, Lamar Johnson from Last of Us, Toronto.
He is from Toronto.
Great
Oh,
call.
I got that
Great
accent.
call.
Okay, so the reason I bring that up is because we could sustain ourselves on fishing.
Yeah.
And there are parts of the world, the Bahamas, okay, and then maybe we have some protection with the island, et cetera, but there are limitations, obviously. You're not gonna have medicine. You're not gonna have access to food outside of the fish. You're not gonna have access to.
But you're not gonna have access to any of that anyway.
But no, you could like. Well, it depends. Depends where you are and what you have to raid. Because eventually we're gonna run out of shit. We're gonna have to do raids. That's just the reality of the matter. So we need to be close enough to a place where we can raid.
Yeah.
You know?
But I'm almost like, I feel like it's better off mentally to not even have that as an option. Like if you're constantly thinking like, oh, we can go raid this thing, we can go raid this thing. Mentally, it's like burning the boats. Like once you get on an island and you're just chilling there eating fish all day.
Yep.
And you know you're not gonna get attacked, but you also know, oh, I can't just go raid someone for like pills or raid someone for whatever the fuck. Then you can focus on actually living on the island.
So my concern about the island is hurricane season.
I was gonna say you got to think like weather pattern.
No, this is really important.
I'll take that.
I'll
Yeah,
take that.
I think you got to take your chances.
Those fish will still be there.
Yeah.
In the game, and I don't want to give anything away from the show, but like in the game, there's some people that built a kind of like city around a it's like an electric dam. It's not electric, but the dam
Yeah.
provides electricity. They essentially dam up a river, and that the
Hydroelectric dam.
The
Yeah.
hydroelectric dam. Yeah, thank you.
They have that in Tampa.
Okay,
That's
so
an
it's
actual
like
thing.
making your city around a source of electricity that doesn't require gas could be super valuable because you're going to want some fucking electricity, especially if you're going to try to like salvage society. You're going to run out of batteries, you're going to run out of gas, you're going to run out of all these other things. The grids might go down, but that river ain't going to stop pumping.
Oh, so why they built those cities in the first place there?
Of course. Well, also because I think the trade routes were on the river, right?
Yeah, I guess that's the question. Do you want to try to build around existing infrastructure and try to like maintain the semblance of society you had before, or just completely restart?
I think you got to go to a remote place because what they're always worried about is other humans from neighboring places.
Eventually,
just
it's not the
raiding you.
zombies; it's the fucking
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
if
I'm
you're-
like completely restart is kind of better.
Go to an island, and at least at the very least, if other people are coming, you see the fucking boat and you can handle it from.
But
a
you
distance.
can't see the boat on the whole island. Like, I guess what you could do is like build some sort of tower structure in the middle, and then one person is always there, and they're always looking at who could land.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just gonna become a zombie.
I kind of feel that.
Because
It's like,
everybody's, no one's happy. Everybody's like, every day you're nervous, you're offending for you. Like, that's no way to live. Let me just be a cool zombie nigga.
Nah.
Maybe I get to the point that I'm one of the big guys and shit like that. That's fine.
That's not even you though. That's just your body getting hijacked.
Yeah.
You're not even a part of that situation.
It don't matter.
Yeah, it does, because then you're gone.
That's what. So
But that's what I'm saying. I don't want to live like that.
I think
it's stupid.
You don't want to live in the fear and the anxiety is what you're saying. And I get that to a certain
everybody
extent.
you love is gonna die. And I think I said this, but the book that I Am Legend was based on is kind of about that. Like, is it worth living if you're the only person really left and everybody else seems dead? Like, what's the point of going?
Right.
Is it worth it? And I kind of am like, at a certain point, no.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Nah, I want to ride
it's
that
worth
bitch.
it, bro.
Yeah, I want to
Then,
ride
so
that
then
bitch.
what squad are you linking up with? Because you got to link up with a squad.
That's the thing. It's like, I would love, to develop one. I'd like to make one, but there are advantages, obviously, for the islands.
Make a squad.
Hell yeah.
The Raiders are coming.
They might come. I ain't gonna
on,
lie.
son.
I'm not a good shot.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of shit talking.
Yeah.
a lot of shit
It
talking.
would be good, though. Like, I'll be fun to survive with.
So that'll be fun that you make a squad and then people come and just pillage your shit and kill all of you.
Unless
No.
you're pillaging.
Are you down for that?
I don't wanna
exactly.
take no
He ain't built for that life.
I don't want
That's
to.
what I'm saying.
I don't want to do that.
That's
but
what I'm
I will.
saying.
What if we create? What if we do it off an island? Or what if we do it? Is
We
there
start
like
a comedy club. You know what I mean? Make some money.
People,
But
laughter's
if
the
people-
best medicine, bro.
But if people hear about it, motherfuckers are coming.
To laugh.
Okay, what about if we do
We've been
it?
trying to get people to come to shows for years. This is actually ideal.
What about if we do it off of an aircraft carrier? We basically find an aircraft carrier.
It's a lot of maintenance. bro.
This was in a movie, Waterworld, but it was a tanker.
A tanker.
Remember?
It's just a
The
lot of maintenance.
smokers?
You're dealing with
Didn't watch
waves
that.
and shit. I don't know how to run it.
In World War Z,
And don't you still need like
with
oil
Brad
and
Pitt,
shit like that to
Israel
keep that
becomes
shit?
a great hub.
Oh, yeah.
They're good at security.
And Cuba, too. Cuba's nice. Nobody's even affected there because nobody could get in.
Yeah.
So we could look for the place that's not affected and then see what's going on, but eventually people will get there. I'm just saying there's got to be a way that we could like curate a place that's easy to defend. I mean, these places have to exist already,
Yeah,
right?
you got to go by geography. Like, you got a couple mountains here, you got some water here, you got a trade route.
I think you go back to like the original like great cities and towns.
Yeah.
The reason they were able to develop is because they were defend themselves.
Yeah, it's just like 90% geography.
St.
Yeah.
Louis.
Say that?
St. Louis, like at one point, had a huge population, way bigger than it is now. But because at the time it was like one of the great cities, right? American cities. So
And
it's
because
like,
it was on the river, you're saying?
yeah, some
Yeah.
of these cities that are like very waterbound might become.
Now, can it defend itself? That's the question.
St. Louis can defend itself.
Well, the
I
people.
promise you,
the
St. Louis
people.
can defend itself.
The people, but once everyone's gone, I don't know. You need a couple mountains.
You might need some mountains, or you
Yeah.
might need to create that city in the mountains, like on some Machu Picchu shit.
Yeah.
Like, who's really gonna climb up there, see what's going on? It's like such an investment to get up there. But once you are up there, as long as there's enough shit to eat and you can build yourself a little society,
Bro, you could just go live in the pyramids. And then 100 years goes by, your kids are like, Dad, what are these? And you're like, oh, I made them. And then you can just hijack history. That's
facts.
And then all of a sudden, you just start with a huge head start. That's sick, actually. Yeah, I think that's the move.
That might be the vibe.
Be
Yeah.
Egyptian about it.
Yeah, exactly. Just steal it.
Anyway, Last of Us fire. Go check that shit out.
Question:
Yeah.
Do they explain that fucking giant zombie that pops up at the
Oh,
end?
the bloater.
The bloater. It just they say that after a while, if you've been affected for a while, that's what you start to look like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're way more dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Start getting bulletproof.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? I'd be one of them dudes.
It's not you, though.
Nah, it's me, man. Yeah, I bet y'all still have a fit.
Yeah, probably. That's accurate. Why is that blur of shades? Like, for no reason.
I think one of the things that the episode does, or the show in general does really well that a lot of other post-apocalyptic movies don't, is that it has an element of hope still. And that's what was so profound about her character. She embraced the fact that she is potentially the future for this world. And then they capitalized on that and, twisted on that.
Yeah. No, she's a beast. Okay.